Welcome back to another episode of OG Monkey Business Show. I am joined here in the Sunflower House. I am joining actually in the Sunflower House. KheZu and Notail. Johan, how you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Notail's a pretty decent host, decent.
Mm-hmm.
And we have good food. We play some ping pong. We're chilling.
I'm letting him win.
Yeah,
Basically,
okay,
dude.
I'm letting him feel good and letting him feel at home, by
Losing on purpose.
having him spank me.
You guys invited me here to host it, mediate it a little bit, right? Like this podcast. And the first thing on the cue cards that I got was like, discuss ping pong. Is it really that big of a deal here? Like, what's going on?
It's competitive. I think the most energetic you'll see him around the house is when we play ping pong.
It scratches definitely an itch of mine,
Yeah.
the competitive itch. Yeah, and it's helping me also. I think making me humble because losing is still really hard for me, but it's a nice.
But wait, you just told me you were letting him win. Is it
It's still really hard for him.
It's still very hard
Yeah.
for you, yeah.
It hits
yeah.
hard.
It's. I mean, it's hard to take the loss, on purpose.
Yeah, it
on
makes
purpose.
it even harder.
Yeah, I see. But it's like really nice to be here, by the way. I went to the beach today as well. Like, stole one of Notail's bikes.
Borrowed. I guess you came back with it.
Yeah.
I
Thanks for the
brought
Lamborghini.
It was very dirty, but you came back.
I brought it back. Like it's very nice here, and I really like the vibes. Like you guys have it all with table tennis, with the food as well that you just mentioned.
The weather this morning, you went out, right? It's a crazy contrast. Like in Denmark, I know it's snowing today, or it was.
Yeah.
And here this morning, I mean, we started with this crazy fog. Did you see it?
Yeah, I mean, we actually went into town, like over the bridge.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
dude was like, this is crazy. Like, you'll only get it here. He literally had to like slow down to like maybe 20, 25 kilometers because it was insane. You
Yeah.
couldn't see shit.
But it feels like you're in a different reality, right? Like it's so different from the normal state of things where we can
Yeah, I
just
mean,
see
it was
far.
like it was like sunny and everything, and then
Yeah.
like you go through this bridge, and suddenly it's like you're driving on a cloud. Like
Yeah.
you can't see anything.
And then later we just get perfect sunny, nice spring weather. It feels like.
What the hell was that? I literally went to the beach at around 9 a.m., maybe 9:30.
Mm.
I wore this shirt, a hoodie over it, and a jacket, and I was cold riding to the beach. And then suddenly fog is gone,
Yeah.
literally disappears, and I'm just sweating through all those clothes, like coming back. Like the changes here are insane, but it's
Paradise, right? It's such
I
a
mean,
nice.
in November,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you go to Germany right now, it's like right about 0 degrees. Like I think also
Mhm.
1 week ago, like it snowed. You come here and it's like you're chilling. You could go swim.
By the way, how long have you been here, KheZu? Like, did you move in? Are you living in Notail's room, or what's
Not
going
yet.
on here?
No. So I was here a month ago because we boot camp first, and then we went to this Belgrade tournament.
Mhm.
But then after that, I went to Dream League. So I worked that. When that was done, like a week ago, I came back here
Okay.
straight. So now we're boot camping. We played the Thailand quals. Then we're gonna keep boot camping. Then I'm gonna go home for 2 days. Then we're going to Blast, and then we're gonna slap some noobs at Blast.
Mhm.
Nice.
Slap some noobs and then come back here and enjoy Portugal some more, right?
I maybe
Yeah.
actually go home for a little bit, but then come back here and beat his ass in ping pong.
Yeah.
I'll take the time to practice maybe.
Yeah, you need it.
We'll talk more about Blast and everything else, but before we jump into it, I need to tell you guys that you can get all of this amazing merch that OG is currently giving you, and that you can buy on shop.ogs.gg.
Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Check that out.
Definitely. Check it out. There's a lot of different things that you can get, from different socks, from the pro kit that you guys have,
The jacket,
the
probably
jackets,
the pants.
this shirt.
Shirt's amazing.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites that
Yeah.
we ever made.
Yeah, but going into things like this new season, how did it start for you guys? Like, I know that you've been creating a new team right now.
Yep.
There's a completely new roster. What are the vibes like?
I mean, the vibes right now are obviously very good because I think if you go back like a month ago, or even with like the iteration like with Seb, it didn't work out really well. I don't think we played very good. It was like a new team, new stuff, have to work on a lot of things. But I think right now, like we barely miss out on like going to Bangkok. You know, we ended up beating good teams like
Mhm.
Tundra and Gaimin. We ended up losing to Avalis because I think, well, they played very well. I think also their drafts were easier to play, so it was ultimately easier for them to win. But when you look at like the progression and the vibes, I think we're all happy. We're trying to like integrate everyone, make everyone feel comfortable, make them feel heard, try to like build on what we need to do better with, whether it's like laning or helping with some drafting or just like being able to like take over the game, knowing what to do when. I think for now, like we're having a really good progression. So, we're kind of chilling. People are happy. People are having fun, playing a lot of scrims, get to, whatever here, like hang out, chill around, and kind of taking, baby steps forward.
Yeah, like I know that you've been a coach for not so long here, right? Like how's that been for you, working for OG and working with the guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's not been that long yet. It was like shortly after TI. It was still like the old roster of like
Mhm.
Tomato and BZM had like a little bit of, a test phase and whatnot. But I mean, I would say it's pretty easy because obviously whenever you work with an experienced org, like you get the support you need, whatever it is. Like we have a boot camp and like people that like cook and everything's like kind of prepared and whatnot. So obviously that helps a lot. I think with whatever players, whatever team you have, it's like always different. Like how they react, I think it's just like a learning experience how you talk to each of the players because everyone is gonna react differently. I'm sure like you've had the same probably in the past. I think not just from like a coach to like a player, but like teammate to teammate. You need to like
Yeah.
approach different players like differently and whatnot. But
I mean, I think I think every year it's a bit different when you're making new teams, especially now that you have I feel like you have more active TI winners who spread out than ever as well.
yeah,
I'm not saying that it's something that this current iteration is necessarily going through, but we had a lot of issues. For example, when we had just one, kind of trying out new teammates and trying out new players. Just because you're not meeting on the same place, kind of chasing the same dream from the same place, because you have and that's like an elephant in the room, or it used to be for us. It was an elephant in the room, and it was kind of hard for us to navigate. I mean, we tried even talking about it, like not having any taboo or anything like that, but to try and understand that you're all, no matter what, if you want to win as a group and you want to feel that camaraderie and you want to be teammates and also explore more about how good you are yourself and like reach that together, you're gonna need to, like KheZu was saying, like get to know each other, and you have to level with each other.
Yep.
What I mean by level is like really be on the same table, be in the same place, have mutual respect, and have mutual what's it called, like understanding. See, I mean, you don't have to see the world exactly the same way, but you do have. I mean, the closer you can get to seeing Dota the same way, and also other team stuff, I would say, the better. Like, it's gonna create more
Gotta
happiness.
have some similar ideas at least, right, about the game and everything.
At least a similar understanding, and disagreements can be very healthy. I think probably
Yeah.
if you're a competitor and you don't disagree, it's also not good because you're not pushing yourself. I mean, I remember when we were also at our best, we were still disagreeing. But we are agreeing with most things, luckily. But you're still going to challenge each other and have certain things just because you feel strong and you feel okay to also share that and stuff because you feel good with each other. So, but that thing I don't think is ever easy. I mean, for me, I think it's the most valuable and one of the most important things to work on, and you have to do that. If you don't do the work, you will not get as far as you can. You might get far, and according to some people or whatever, but you will never get as far as you can get unless you figure out what it's like to be in that good dynamic, in a good group, in a good team.
I really want to hear what the other teammates here have to say as well, because I do think we have PARI and Wisper somewhere around the corner in this sunflower house.
Lurking.
Are they lurking behind the doors? I'm not sure, but yeah, I guess I broke the. Oh, here they are.
Holy.
Oh,
Welcome, guys.
hello.
He just died off screen.
Welcome.
Welcome, boys. You can sit with me, I guess.
Free choice.
Yeah, wherever you want to.
Yeah, I
Welcome.
don't know. Do we have one mic? Two mics? We're sharing the mic? Just one.
Just one
We're
mic.
sharing the mic.
Okay, we'll go first with Ari then. How you doing?
Hi, doing good.
Hello. How's the boot camp for you so far?
Boot camp's been very fun. Really nice to have 5 players plus coach all together. KheZu only joined us in the last week or two, but I think it's been really nice to have him join us as well. I think we've grown a lot as a team, especially in just 2 or 3 week time span. And I think everyone's getting along well, and it's been fun, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I really want to know is from the two of you, like maybe not as much from KheZu and Notel, is like how is this squad currently even formed? Like how much input did you guys have on the players that were joining recently? Is it were these shots yours, or was it like maybe just Notel saying, yeah, And Seb, we're getting this guy. You guys don't have a choice.
Classic Seb.
I'd say it was me and Seb together. I think we both had most of the say on who we should get. We kind of discussed it together.
Mhm.
Sometimes we had different ideas on who we should get, but just reach a conclusion by talking about it.
And did you treat certain tournaments that happened this season as like scouting rounds? Because in particular 9, right? Like he wasn't active for a very long time, but then he played in Valhalla. Did that play a part maybe for you guys taking him in?
Yeah, definitely it's useful to have, seen him play some pro gameplay this year rather than just completely gambling on someone that's not played at all for a
Yeah.
whole year.
Yeah.
So it's definitely useful that he played a pro tournament with a good team and got a good placement. Gives us like something to look at to see that he still got it,
He's
And we
still
also
doing fine.
played one tournament where we had KARI stand in.
Mhm.
That was like kind of a
Is that
tryout
the
thing.
one in Serbia? Or
it was the Peru
the
LAN.
Peru? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of like a tryout thing, just because we needed a 5 and thought may as well try someone that we may want to play with in the future. So yeah, those things, yeah.
Can I get the mic just a second? Right over here. Here you go. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Welcome. How you doing?
Good. Doing good.
Yeah, like, do you disagree with anything that he said? Did you give any input into the team's formation or something like that? Or
Not really. I mean, I just was in my house,
Mhm.
and then they just say we wanna play with. I guess they say it's Fishman, and then they say like
Oh,
no Fishman no, and then I
give
just
us all the details. Yeah.
and then they just say we wanna play with Nova and 9 because PCM left the team, So
Mhm.
yeah.
Cool. Well, tell me something. Like, I've already asked these guys about the boot camp and stuff. How do you feel here? Because you're kind of far away from home, right? It isn't like playing in Europe. How is that for you overall? And living here as well in the boot camp, at least.
I mean, it's different. In South America, I mean, boot camps are different, but I really enjoyed the time here with the team because it's the second time when I play in this team with 5-man boot camp
Mhm.
as coach. And yeah, I mean, I feel super happy to be here with Johan and the people, and also beating KheZu in table tennis, So
Oh, you're
yeah.
beating him.
What you
Yeah.
said, meeting or beating?
Beating.
Everyone is full of shit here, dude.
yeah.
He did beat me one game yesterday, but I'm
Oh,
pretty
there
sure
you
He's
go.
beating you.
There you go.
He didn't
1v1.
lie.
Yeah, of course Johan agrees with him. 1v1 is all it takes, guys.
It's on video, bro. What are you gonna do?
Whatever.
KheZu, like, when you get to talk about ping pong, I'm sure we're gonna hear some different
Well,
stories.
I'll wait. I'll be patient.
Yeah. But Wisper, now that you have the mic, I need to ask one more thing. Like, how you played for you've had a really good career already in SA. Like, how different is it playing in SA and in those boot camps and those teams in comparison to OG?
I think Europe teams are like they are like super. They just put so much emphasis in the game. Like
Mhm.
it's
Is it like more serious here, or is that what I'm getting? Or
no, not serious, but they are just like not. I don't know, maybe smart in the game. Like what things you need to do to be better in the game.
Mhm.
What things you need to improve in the game, and things like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's the big difference between SA and Europe.
Okay,
Mm.
and in this team, is it like KheZu, your coach, or maybe Notil giving some input on
On my rusty Dota, I can tell you.
I mean, you can still talk about like theory, right, and strategy.
I mean, I could. I
Yeah.
wish they would ask me more.
Actually, one dude in your Discord channel, the OG Flower House, asked you like, how is Notil involved with the Dota team nowadays? Or is he just a real life gardener slash farmer? This is Must Spam Sniper.
What's his
asking
name?
if- Must Spam
Must
Sniper.
spam sniper.
Shout out to Must Spam Sniper.
My bro.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's best if others answer, but my view is probably I am very laid back and I offer mainly mental vibes,
Mm.
good support. But my door is always open for them.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of work happening between Seb and KheZu, and I think Ari is also bringing a lot to every day. So I'm worried to overflow what's happening on the table. But
Yeah,
I think
too many chefs in the kitchen kind of thing.
yeah, but I still think everything that everything that I stand for strongly is known by the people here as
Yeah.
a lot of the way to go about things mentally and the way to go about things atmospherically, if that's a word. But yeah, I'm
Mm.
always around, and I see the guys working hard every day,
Yeah.
so
I,
no time to waste. I feel
yeah,
like.
I think your point of view is valid, like that you're laid back, that you're staying back. At the same time, I feel like you're, in Civilization, when you build an effigy and everything, like your whole Civ, if anyone plays Civ here, never mind. Like
No.
like you get some bonuses. I feel like, Whisper, what do you think? Like having No-Tail here and stuff, and Seb as well when he's around, does it bring you any like benefits? Does it boost your morale or anything like that? Is it like you can
You can say no. You
Yeah,
can say
you
it
can
does
say no,
nothing.
yeah. He's just there on his woodwork and stuff.
Take the mic.
Take the mic.
Yeah, sure. I mean, to me at least, it's like I feel like good and super inspired. See Johan here, and
Yeah.
sometimes when I talk with Seb, yeah, I just feel like they know so much about Dota,
Yeah.
and they are like super humble, and that's like, it's like it's like when you meet your idol,
Yeah,
like that.
I thought so
Yeah.
too. Because you might not see yourself that way, and that's completely natural. But like most people, when they are around you, they have a feeling like they can get to know more about Dora just by asking a little bit and entering these conversation. But also, if you're here to play your flutes, that's also like you get to learn something. But Ari, I just wanna ask you guys what happened in Serbia. You guys were there
That's a
for
loaded question.
yeah. You were there for a tournament recently. Was that like that was your first LAN event, right? As this stack?
Yeah, but it also wasn't the complete stack because we had Shad standing in
Yeah, you had the stand-in as
instead
well.
of 23.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in some way, it really wasn't even like the start. I'd say it was kind of like a scuff tournament from in the first place.
Yeah, but I know you didn't really meet your expectations, but you guys did still kind of well, ending up top 3. How was Serbia in general? Did you try any local cuisine? Did you try cevapi maybe, or something like that?
What
Or
is this, like a Serbian tour guide trying to
Yeah.
sell the?
He's selling
well. I'm setting it up. I'm Bosnian. I'm gonna say,
I know.
that's shit. You should try it in Bosnia.
Okay.
No, we didn't really venture too far from the hotel. We had
Mhm.
like there was one day we went on a walk, like some of us in the team, and we just found Alan just randomly in the street somewhere, like next to a fountain, just sitting there staring into the sky.
Was this
That was during daytime, right? That was the daytime
Yeah,
one?
like I was with 9, and we were like, well, "Is that Alan over there? What's he doing?"
What was on his mind? What do you?
With
What,
feet-
what,
wait?
what
Wait,
was
Was
on
this
his mind?
after the tournament completed?
No. This was
or-
like quite early on. I'm getting there's like a story here. So one day this happened,
he saw the future.
and then we kind of just called this the Allen spot, and every day
Yeah,
we
it
would
was
just
Alan
walk
spot.
there to like talk as a team or like reset after game or something, and then walk back. That's about as far as we went
Was
from the hotel.
Was the fountain beautiful or
Yeah, it was a nice spot. I mean,
Yeah.
Alan has a thing for finding nice
just
spots.
likes
But
fountains? Yeah.
there was something just really strange about just like seeing him in the wild.
Yeah.
Like you just spot him.
just standing there.
Yeah.
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 But on the serious note, did you guys get any conclusions from that tournament, like as it ended, because it was still a LAN, or are you unable to do so because of the fact that you had a stand-in
No,
carry?
I think we did learn a lot from that tournament. I think when we absolutely first formed this team and we played some qualifiers like 2 months ago, we were really bad. Then I think for this Serbia tournament, we got quite a lot better and we became like actually competitive. And then, but there's obviously still a lot of work to do. And I think going from that into this next qualifier for the most recent Bangkok tournament,
Mhm.
I think we also got a lot better again. And now we're beating some of the best teams.
Yep.
Not always, but sometimes.
Mhm.
So I think overall it's been like good growth from each thing. And I think Serbia, we did grow a lot, even though we had a stand-in, yeah.
And one thing that Notel actually said is that you're kind of involved a lot in the team. Like, are you helping the new guys? How's that dynamic working? Like, is 23 and 9 when they got into the team? Like, did you guys need to work with them to make them gel with everyone else, or are they just like natural born Dota 2 professionals and it doesn't matter?
I mean, on a human level, I think from the start we are all like very easy to work with. I think we get along well from the start, and everyone understands what it means to be a good teammate. So that thing was covered. But I think on a gameplay level at the start, we really didn't see the game the same way, and that's why we were so bad at the start. I think quite well known is that there's like OG Dota, Sebi Johan Dota, super fast, or whatever
Yep.
you do, monkey gameplay.
Tiny airlines.
That's what me and Wisper have been taught from
But
Seb,
don't take
right?
offense. I think you mean it as a
And
compliment.
then you've got like the TI winning Tundra that's like quite composed, quite
Yeah.
calm. You're playing for maximizing everything, abusing the game. It's like very different styles, even though both can be very strong.
Mhm.
So this is kind of a way of seeing that the players we had just didn't really see the game the same way in the first place. That's why I think we started very bad, and we've grown, in my opinion, a lot. And now we are much more on the same page.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's kind of like I'm not like an experienced player. Nine is obviously like our veteran player that acts like the guidance for the team. But my role is more like I just have a lot of ideas. I just I have a lot of opinions and ideas about the game. I always like to try to break the game and find new ways to play it and these kinds of things. So I'd say my role is just more like just providing ideas rather than like any out of game leadership or something.
I see. Well, it's always important to have someone that's kind of breaking the game and doing something extra, right? Not to, like, even I remember the IO position 1. That's not something that most people were thinking about back then.
I mean, obviously you want strategies to happen in your team. Usually, I think teams have more big picture, small picture players. Like, as in you tend to have a mix of
Yeah.
both. I think nowadays there's probably a lot more big picture stuff that everybody has to be very much more involved. I remember for our team, everybody was very much involved except Anna. Dobson didn't have much to bring at first. Like, he was just very quiet and
I remember
listening.
Anna and this pose, right?
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
famous gift there somewhere.
But then, if you're his teammate, you still have to figure out, like, he has to be part of the strategy, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't just work. You can't just be quiet, but, you have to get the words out there, and sometimes you have to be the one to say it. Sometimes you have to make the other person, say it so everybody knows that they understood. But yeah, I definitely think you need to have somebody bring ideas. There can't be too many ideas at once. You have limited amount of hero choices per practice and stuff, but like to keep shifting the game. That's why people are playing. That's why patches happen, right? To change it up and so everybody has a chance to break it again. And yeah, I mean, for me, this was also big part of why Dota was so fun and so amazing. As a team, you need each other to break it. It doesn't. One guy
You
can't
can't
bring
do
it
it
all.
alone, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
of course not. You're going to be doing it together, so that's a really fun process. Can be. It's also gruesome, but
It's it's a hard process, but it also, like, one idea doesn't like make you win. That's why I think it's also very important overall that, like, we help each other build. Like, whether it's Ari having an idea and us like building on it, or me or someone else, like Wisper, it doesn't matter. It's just like a long process, and I think when you put a new team together, you'll have different styles of play.
Yep.
And it will take some time.
Yeah, and you guys were speaking of growth. Actually, Ari, you were speaking of it. Can I get the microphone just to ask Wisper one extra question? And I swear I'll leave you alone. I won't bother you anymore. Like, he said that you guys have grown quite a bit as a team right now, and it's kind of obvious even in this last qualifier, right? Like, you guys, you didn't qualify, but you did really well. You beat some really good teams. Does that set like high expectations for you for OG? Like, what do you think your, let's say, limits are? Like, how far can you go?
For the next tournament or what?
No, the chat is gonna love the microphone fiddling.
Yeah.
But
What was the question for the next tournament? My expectations?
Just
or-
overall.
yeah,
I
just
think.
overall expectations
Yeah.
for the team. How highly do you think you
your
guys
own
can-
expectations.
Yeah.
I want your expectations actually. What are your expectations? Fuck everybody else.
My expectations.
Yeah. What do you want out of this? What do you hope?
You know.
I know, but
You know, you know.
I think everybody deserves to know a little bit more about you. Same. Just one thing that you wish to get out of this. I mean, you told me, but let's tell the rest. No?
I mean, to me, it's like just go to a tournament with Johan, Johan coming with us.
Mhm.
Just
This is what he's telling me.
yeah.
He's trying to get me to come like around the world with him, and I don't know, man. I tried to retire.
You know what, Wisper and Ari, thank you for showing up. Thank you for talking to us. I'll let you guys retire from the show itself and play some pubs instead, because I believe we have xNova to join us. So I like you guys, but give
Yeah,
me
get
that
the fuck outta
microphone.
here.
Get out of here. Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Born naturals.
Yeah, they truly
My
are.
boys. My boys.
Yeah, like not only do they play well, but they're also great. Nah, here he is.
Hello.
This is just
Yeah, I just barked. Don't worry.
we go.
That happens. I'm nervous, lizard.
welcome.
Yo.
Yeah,
Is the mic on? It's not.
yeah.
it's not.
How you
Yeah.
feeling, man? Welcome.
I'm good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got kidnapped here, I feel like.
Kidnapped?
Nah, just
Well, were
joking,
you in a
just joking.
pub or something, or?
No, I'm just playing the Nest of Taunts, what do you call it? The Act 4.
Act 4
At the Act
Crown
4,
Fall.
I see. I
Yeah,
see.
it's
I
a,
see.
it's
Wait,
a custom
He's
game.
a crown faller.
Which one? Oh, it's a Crownfall game. Is that the Vampire Hunter one, or?
No, it's just like, there's like 7 stages that you need to clear the boss. Yeah.
Okay, but how? Explain to me how it works. Like
Oh,
in simple terms, what kind of mini game is it, or what kind of game is it?
Have you heard of Brotato?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I play
it's-
Brotato, so it's like Brotato.
Yeah, it's the same game.
Nice. I really
Let's
like.
go.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have the Vampire Hunter also. You know that game, right?
What was that?
It's the one where it's like the auto shooter, and it shoots all the way around you. You get minions swarming you, and you kind of have to like. You know Vampire Hunter, right?
I thought it was because I
Because
did
they made
play
that
it.
in Dota for the Crownfall thing, like as an official thing.
But I thought it's a different game. When people said Vampire Hunter, there was in Warcraft 3. There was a custom game where you would like.
Like the same style of stuff.
No, there was I think it was called Vampire Hunter or something like
Oh,
that.
no.
Vampires. It was just vampires.
Vampires.
You know
Yeah.
when you run around and you
sheep-
build.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Sheep tag
sheep
and
tag.
stuff. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's
I
not
thought
like
it was
this.
like that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But that would be nice if they added that also one
Yeah.
day. I don't know.
I mean, custom games are great. I mean, Dota was a custom game at some point. Like, I know that you long time ago played Dota All Stars, but you're here now in Western Europe playing Dota 2. First time, I believe, for a Western European team.
Yeah.
How does that feel like?
For sure, I feel new experience and refreshing.
Mhm.
First time being in European teams, and yeah, so far, OG is pretty chill, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is
Pretty chill.
pretty chill.
How's the practice days? What's like different in a normal practice day for you between your team experiences and this team's experience?
In my previous teams, mostly I stay in China, and maybe could be a year long, and our training schedules are always 3 scrims a day, and including maybe there's a criteria to play 10 games per day,
Mhm.
like when it's closer to tournament periods, and yeah, it's compared to here, I think it's more hectic, and yeah, basically no life there, I feel like.
Do you think you get more out of one or the other? Like, do you think there's a too much line? If you cross that, you're getting less out of yourself and out of your day.
Yeah, I think both have goods. It's just that you need to find a balance for it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's I can never really tell if it's better to just grind the game so much that that it exhausts you, or is it better to just keep your love for the game kinda intact by playing just enough?
For me, I always said that the ideal bootcamp is you get to play as much as is good for you, as
Mhm.
much as you can push
Mhm.
yourself to.
Yeah.
But you need to find the line, right? Like you need
And
to
it's
feel.
different for everyone,
Yeah.
You
right?
need to feel the line, and yeah, for people it's different, and you're going through it as a group. And this is when I think also compromise is very good and healthy. You know, like I mean, now you've had the experience of also playing with Seb. I mean, for me, Seb was a very good teammate, but also a very hard teammate to satisfy.
Yep.
Like his level of work and expectations for other people was often the same he had for himself.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I remember we had to deal with that sometimes, and he had to change a bit. Otherwise, he was.
He expected way too much or pushed you guys way too
Yeah,
hard.
and for him, I mean, even today, he has the ability to play 10 games a day.
More
and
than that, even.
Yeah, and still
Yeah.
like go next coffee or a
And
Red
play
Bull
some more,
and
yeah.
go, play some more.
Yeah.
And for me, that's too much. Like
Yeah.
you would break me in 2 days, I think.
Yeah, and speaking of Seb, xNova, I'm not the only one. I think a lot of people here in the West were surprised that you joined OG. Like, there's a lot of rivalry between you guys, but we'll get to that a little bit later. How does it feel replacing Seb in OG? I mean,
Say
they're like the big shoes to fill, I
Tiny
guess,
shoes,
right?
honestly.
Tiny shoes.
Like,
Mm, for sure, I never really expected to be here in OG in maybe my lifetime. Yeah. Yeah, OG has been my biggest rival from past days, and yeah, replacing Seb. I don't really have any words for that.
Yeah.
Maybe I prefer to play against him than replacing him in this team.
Yeah, yeah.
It could happen. Could happen. You never
Could
know.
happen.
Seb might just come back.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's right,
the chances are not that low, I believe.
They're not.
Yeah. But like overall, how did you guys approach xNova at all? Like, what happened? What was the deal there?
I mean, I actually already thought about him around like TI times in a way, because we kind of knew that we wanted to have 23 in the team.
Mhm.
I think around the time I wasn't like fully involved at that time yet, so it didn't really work out. We
Mhm.
tried playing with Seb. Obviously, we tried. It didn't fully work out. So the moment we started looking at different options, I think I don't know who exactly it was, but we talked about xNova because obviously he's kind of like he's a very good +5. He's like a gold
top
legend,
tier, yeah,
whatever. Like
yeah.
you just know that you're gonna get something that's really damn solid. And finding a good 5 nowadays,
It's
I
hard,
think,
right?
is like incredibly hard. So it was kind of like a no-brainer,
Yeah.
a good move.
On that xNova, when I'm not sure who reached out first. Was it one of you players or maybe a manager? But how did that feel? By the way, when they're like, were you like, is this a joke or?
It's a joke. Am I a joke to you?
Yeah, I mean, just because of
question mark back,
all the rivalry and stuff, how did that feel getting invited to play for OG? Was it a difficult decision for you to make to come and play for them, or was it instant?
At first, I was just like taking a break at home,
Yep.
and I wasn't expecting anything like coming forward for me. And yeah, when OG approached me, I got a lot of interest. Like, I always wanted to play in European teams and never got a chance to do it. And yeah, I think it's a new explore and new path for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah. And you get to play European teams, you get to meet certain players here in person a bit more. Is there anything that you two like guys reminisced when it comes to TI8 or TI9, or are you just like putting that in the past and moving forward?
They punch each other sometimes.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah, there's two eggies in the living room. Maybe I'll one back later.
oh, feels bad, man.
No, I mean, obviously for me, I'm honored. I think it was also a super nice fit. I mean, I always have I think more respect for people who are. I mean, I say that as a good. I love people who are also selfish as a player,
Mhm.
but I do have inherently respect for people who are selfless because I'm selfless player myself. Like I think you will never be the best Dota player in the world unless you're able to be selfless. So to have the highest caliber selfless support player, in the midst, I didn't expect this to also. I think it's a weird world, like a weird reality to be in. Like I did not see this future happen. So I'm very honored. As in, I think it's super nice, and I also think the project looks extra good because I see xNova as a name there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't still know your best role or your role inside the team because I only get to see a little bit from you guys playing. But you can always tell when you play versus somebody, something that they have in the game and something that they understand. And I know that we were looking down to lose against you at TI8 and then also at TI9. I remember how you guys were absolutely fucking us before we went to the tournament. And yeah, as in, I can see the Dota experience goes very deep, and I'm happy that you're in Europe playing with us and not someone else.
+1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, anyone watching you guys definitely feels a difference when xNova is playing, and it's like a different set of ideas, I guess, that you're bringing to the table as well. Do you feel that there is like any difference between you and, let's say, Ari when it comes to the understanding of the game, or did you guys just mesh immediately?
For sure, the playstyle wise, there's some difference between the other regions and European teams now. And
Yep.
when I first joined OG, something still feels really off. Like, yeah, to be honest, like me and Ari is kind of like a different kind of player. And yeah, as someone who have played for so long, I understand his point of view and his like picture in the game. So I think I adapt pretty well into a team and also playing with him.
Yeah, is there like is there some certain thing that you could point out between like Chinese teams that you played for and like European teams? Not about the practice, just about like the play style and stuff.
Maybe in the recent, my last team was in G2IG, and to be honest, our play style is kind of like passive, and maybe most Chinese teams look to play towards mid to late game. So we weren't emphasizing on the early game aggression and the details, little details things that much. So when I came to OG,
there's more to that, right?
There's more to that, yeah.
I feel like the stereotype was like that about most Chinese teams, right? That they go for the late game.
I mean, it's kind of like they want to go mid to late game. I think in European teams also, they're very quick to like steal or take something from someone else. I think, at least to me, when you look at like the Eastern teams or Chinese teams, it maybe they're not as open to like, I think, playing maybe as many heroes, but rather stick to like what they want, having like mid to late game, like a later structure, and do that. Because I think strength of European teams is just like, they're like, holy shit, you know, there's some offlane TV happening right now. It's like one dude will instantly pick it up in like his next pub and try to understand.
And now it's constantly picked,
When I used to go, I mean, when China Dota was also more on the scene and we had more international tournaments, that was something that was also true, very true back then. Is the Eastern teams, Chinese teams, would really love to find the meta and try to perfect the first discovered meta. Whereas in Europe, and especially CIS teams and stuff, it was always about, you know, like a little bit of hipster shit and trying something new or breaking what's the, like, give him the strong stuff and, like, let's break it. Also, the puppy mentality is to always break the strongest strat in the game. And to me, I mean, it came with the good sides and the bad sides, where Chinese teams were very disciplined and they were very good at playing the strats and executing it, make fewer mistakes maybe, but also being less innovative and limiting a bit maybe the hero pool, or potentially also the view of the game, right? Because if you're only thinking mid to late game, what happens if you play against a team that just destroys your early game? Like, screw your mid to late game.
Yeah, you can see the top players like around European regions. All the players have many like level 30 heroes compared
level
to
30
like,
Huskars and stuff.
Yeah, in China and overseas, I think that's not that much compared to here.
But by the way, is Olpic as well played the most in China or in pubs?
It was the random draft before,
yeah. So maybe that's the reason.
There's limited heroes in China, but now everyone plays SC, so
But
catching up.
Oh yeah, it's SD. They're playing now in China. Everybody's queuing a single draft.
Like a few years before,
Oh, but now it's all picked.
Now it's all picked.
Okay.
And speaking of pubs, by the way, like how are the overall SCA pubs and Chinese pubs in comparison to Europe? Like, is it better or worse? Because you're kind of a PMA guy. Is it easier
I
here?
Say that.
Yeah. But in China, they play on C region now, right? They don't play so much Perfect World Server anymore.
Or mostly they play SC, but the older veterans, like the streamers right now, they are starting to build the Perfect World again. They're all queuing in the China server.
Okay.
Yeah, and like speaking of Seb, by the way, you just mentioned that you replaced him, but I wonder, like, is Seb still a part of OG in some capacity? Like, is he your coach? Because I really don't know. I know KheZu is a coach. Is he like a secondary coach? Does he work with you guys?
He's still like watching. I think like it's a lot of like tournament games he still watches, and also some of the scrims. I think, I mean, the team and us, like, we have a lot of like to work on. I think we all know that like Johan and Seb have a lot to offer and a lot to give. But I think right now it's gonna be just making sure that we work on the things we have. And I think once we can slow that process down a little bit, I think then we can also intake more, like especially like from the two of them. But Seb is still apart. He like gives me a lot of feedback that I will pass on. I mean, I think Seb and No-Tail, like I won't speak for them, but I think they will never not be a part of OG. Like I think they'll always be around in like their own way. I think Seb is maybe more like a bit more forthcoming in terms of what he wants to help with and like what he wants to bring. But yeah, he's always watching.
Yeah. Well, he's always watching xNova. So far from the games that I watched, you guys are steadily improving. I've asked the same question to Wisper. Like, what are your expectations overall for the team? Do you think you guys have got what it takes to improve even further? Like, what's your power level right now? What do you think?
For now, since I'm still on trial, so I just want to play my best and trying to adapt the team and I think the last qualifiers, like maybe from the result wise, it's acceptable, even though we lost to Everless. And maybe most of people don't expect us to win against Tundra and Gaming. But from these wins, I think it shows that the team has a lot of potential, and we should reach greater heights for the next games.
Okay, definitely. Well, I want to thank you for joining us. I still believe we have a couple of more members of OG. Yeah, you've got a lot of players that we have to go through. So yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thanks for sharing.
I think you can leave the mic.
You can leave the mic. Yeah. We can keep it.
What?
Bye. Bye.
Holy!
Oh. Welcome.
Holy froggers!
Maybe we could get them between you two guys, so the microphone is easier as well to.
As you wish.
Four guys, one
we
couch.
fit here.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanna really.
Yeah, you
relax,
just want this one for yourself.
That's all. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Ow.
How you feeling? How's everything? How's the boot camp going for you guys so far?
For me, it's good. Chill and relax. We have dogs to play with.
We have dogs.
Which is really good
Cut
for
it
me.
there.
Was it the dogs on the enemy team or the dogs in the house?
A dog in the house.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I really like this bootcamp. It's a very positive place to me.
Yeah, you guys have been here for. I already asked them. It's been like a couple of weeks already, right?
Yeah, we were here before the Serbia LAN already for a few days, like 5 days. And now, we bootcamped for almost 3 weeks before this ESL1 qualifier. So yeah, quite a long time.
Yeah, and so far, what's your vibe, Benign? Like, you've been a part of very successful teams. Like, how are you feeling in OG at the moment? Like, what's the mentality?
It's very good. I can see that this is like a good team in building, that's my vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a really, like, we are really building something and we are at the beginning of something great. That's how I feel currently.
And to maybe make a stamp in that greatness, like, you have an upcoming tournament soon, right? Like, obviously one qualifier that didn't work out for you guys, but you've got Blast just around the corner. What are your expectations, and is there maybe like a team that?
Yeah, what are the teams in Blast? Can you remind me? Does anyone have the list in their head?
I feel like there's.
It should be like it's like Falcons,
Spirit,
Boom,
Tundra,
Tundra,
Boom,
Liquid,
the all the big guys.
maybe
basically.
PARI Vision.
And so, how many teams in total?
It's 10 teams. I
10
think.
teams?
10 or 12.
Nice.
It's a good tournament.
I mean, our expectations, I don't think we will get last, which is obviously a good thing.
Holy,
let's go!
To me, I really take this as the first tournament where we really get to show ourselves. And my expectations are kind of open. We're still at the beginning of this team. I think this bootcamp has been really good already, but we still have not had our coach with us from the beginning. And we also went into this qualifier without ever playing as this 5 people together before. So now we will play some online tournament the next couple of days, which will be really good practice for us. And from this point on, we can really start to get into start to get the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we are getting there. We're starting to really find our way
Mhm.
and like build an atmosphere where we can perform. Like
Yeah.
that's my goal.
Okay, and speaking of your own goals, like how do you feel about yourself as a player? I mean, you've been inactive for quite some time. You came back as a stand-in in Valhalla. You did kind of pretty damn well there, and OG picked you up. Like, what do you think your power level right now is as a player? Are you in the top 4 more?
Top 4 mid players, not yet, but I
Mhm.
will easily get there. I am quite confident in myself right now just because I have a different approach of how I used to be.
Mhm.
I enjoy the game more than I have had in the last 2 years, probably. And that is a big thing to me of why I think I will start to play better. Like I can feel now during the last month, I'm starting to play better and better. And to me, if I just keep it the way I do it right now, I will just achieve a high level again.
Yeah, slow and steady improvement. Sure, like you've got a lot of confidence, but 23, like you were confident enough a long time ago to make a Facebook post and be like, "Yo, OG, pick me up." Did you ever think that it's like they did wait a little bit? They put you on hold, but eventually it did happen. How does it feel, finally playing for OG?
Yeah, it's great. Because at the beginning, I was like OG fanboy. So just like a casual C fans,
Uh-huh.
in Facebook. I used to share a lot of posts about OG and when they were.
Are we gonna find anything cringe on your Facebook page if we go all the way up?
It's like my personal Facebook
Ah, I see.
6 years ago.
Yeah. So wait, okay, so that's basically TI8 and TI9 OG.
TI8
Yeah.
before TI8.
So is that when you started really following them, or was
It's around the Boston Major
Mhm.
because I was
so a bit
rooting for
earlier?
Japs too. He was in Miniski back then,
Mhm.
or Faceless, I think. So and then I look at OG and I thought like they were really cool, and I was kind of cool.
Right, it's really cool. Like Notil, you guys have, I mean, you've got a lot of cool storylines here with xNova joining, with Nine getting back his true form, with 23 making a Facebook page, and you should write an anime or something. You know, like
It's in the making.
it's in the making. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the story is really nice. What I think is even better is how they have approached it. I never really had, I think, as healthy of a start to a team as they've
Mhm.
had. Just in terms of, it's something very simple, something as simple as saying your wishes out loud to each other when you start committing to something together. I mean, now I also stepped into esport organization from just being a player, so I got to see a little bit how it works in some different games. I'll say something that is not unique to Dota, but that is very, very prominent in Dota and very, very strong is the players' desire to win. And the way they really want to win is also to win together with a team. They don't wanna just win because of their own talent. No, they
Mhm.
want to. I mean, maybe they do, but you're gonna learn that it's gonna take something else to win. So in Dota, people build these projects and come together because they have a dream, and this is also what really binds them close. Sometimes in other games, what really gets people up in the morning or keeps people going is a contract or a salary or
Yeah.
a status. Whereas the status everybody really wants in Dota is to be the best, is to be the best team, is to win the
To have
biggest
that
tournament.
name
Yeah, the name on the egg is, or
engraved.
like
Yeah.
be able to say like I played the best Dota, or I'm better than everyone else. I'm the best in the world. So the start that they've had, and like where you get together in a mature way, in a professional way, and I also think trying to create a nice working environment is already miles ahead of, I would say, most projects in the esports space, but also in Dota, it's like it's I think it's very good. It's very healthy, and I think this is why this team is really special. It's
Yep.
because people are ready to do what it takes to win,
Mhm.
even though it's sometimes kringe or it's
Yeah.
hard, or yeah.
Yeah, I know some of you guys here are buying all the golden star rated players in FIFA as well, and cheesing and everything.
Oh yeah,
man.
there's big FIFA going on.
Yeah,
Here we go.
and I won't go into FIFA immediately. I want to ask U23 just before we do jump into other things, like how does OG vibe here in the Sunflower House? How does it differ from maybe your previous boot camps?
It's really good. We have a lot of activities to do. We did some PARI last week,
Mhm.
and I think OG staff are pretty chill compared to other teams.
Yeah.
Very friendly and feel like a family home place.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to do here in the mansion, right? Are you partaking in the ping pong tournaments, or is it like something that KheZu and Johan are just?
I'm kind of bad at ping pong.
Yeah,
He sticks to FIFA with
I play with
Mr. Cock.
9, and then I just suck on the first day, then I stop. So I don't like doing something I'm bad at. So
You can beat Alan. You can
Oh,
look like a
yeah.
pro versus Alan, I think.
No, I actually lost to Alan.
Oh,
Cut, yeah.
Cut.
It's fine. Stick to FIFA.
So I'm sticking to what I'm good at, which is FIFA.
Yeah. So overall, like from besides playing Dota here, I guess you're just sticking to games, playing FIFA. Besides that, and do you have any other hobbies here that you can do, or like there's a lot of nice things, like a lot of nice beaches around as well that I've seen, like maybe
They
some
went to the
biking.
beach. They
Yeah.
went to the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, we all
You
went.
did a photo shoot as well, right?
Yeah, we went to the beach, and today I went out to find Ronaldo jersey, but there's no Ronaldo jersey.
There's one at the airport. Like
Yeah,
literally,
but
when I was flying in, I saw a Ronaldo jersey.
But I wanna get like a Nike store and something. I try to find it, I cannot find.
You can go to his house. I think he has a house in the Azores or something. You can go there and try.
Really?
In Portugal, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
just
We'll do it tomorrow. Hey, Mr. Ronaldo.
Hey, I'm 22 Savage.
Ring the
I'm in
door.
Saudi now. So
Like you've been a part of one TI winning team already. You now joined another. Like, do you see any similarities between the two, or is it like completely different mentalities?
Not at all.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Tundra was a very specific team, and now when I looked for a new team, I wanted to have something else because I think I didn't want to get into old habits
Okay.
because it was not good for me. But now in this team, I'm really happy with everything. Like they are new players.
You sound like you broke up with the toxic accent.
It's true.
I mean, it was not just Tundra; it was also my mindset
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Tundra, and it like I didn't want to get into the same mindset. That's why I wanted something new, and having these new players is really good because first of all, I have motivated young players
Mhm.
who are super high rank and super good, like Wisper and Savage.
Yep.
And
Rank 100 beast.
anyway, I'm just like happy that I get into a new team where we can build something new from the beginning. Like I don't even want to try to get too much of Tundra here. Like I
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
wanna get the best out of everyone, and that comes from the individual like strength of players,
Oh.
and that is what we need to look for.
But like I admire both of you, because what's the mentality behind like winning one TI and then going and tryharding regardless afterwards? Because like if you're playing for money, you're set, right? Like your life is already good. What's the mentality behind it? How do you keep yourself going afterwards?
I mean, to me, I don't play for the money at all anymore.
Yeah.
I decided that's the path to depression.
Yeah.
And I just
makes
want to
sense.
play for love of the scene and game, and just like the best time I've had was just in Singapore, not because we won, because I was with close friends of mine and we were going for a goal together, and that was one of the most beautiful things. And that is something that I want to have with new people now.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm very happy with the way things are here, and not just the team, also the staff. Like there's really amazing people here that I can talk to every day. That really, it feels like it's fulfilling here, honestly.
Yeah. I guess the way you put it, then it means it's even less stress on you, right? Like now that you're
For
secured,
sure, yes.
it's you can get to enjoy Dota even more. Notel, was that like similar for you, or you just wanted to prove yourself over and over again?
I think it was a bit different. I mean, my first TI, I played for myself a lot to
Mhm.
prove to myself that I was competent, that I could set myself a goal and complete. I also had a dream that I wanted to play the best Dota in the world. Better, like I wanted to play better Dota than Alliance did. I wanted to smash the tournament more than Alliance did when they won. And definitely tier 9, I played to win with the team. Like I was only playing to win with the guys and to win with the team and stuff.
Mhm.
And then honestly, tier 10, it was the same reason, but fuck, I was so dead, you know.
Yeah.
That was
Mm.
oh my god, COVID. Oh my god.
COVID TI.
Oh my
It was
God.
a rough
Oh
one.
my god. Those whole 2
Depression.
years was like, oh, I had to get the thing up my nose every day.
Yeah. Also rough TI.
Oh, and you get to the wrong guy in there, and all the way up the brain. Oh.
Nine, can you move the mic closer? Move the mic closer.
9, you need to mic.
Oh, the mic.
Oh, you have to. Whatever. Better.
Tell the story. Yeah, better not.
Do it with a mic.
By the way, speaking of better things, we do have tournaments coming up, and a big one for you guys is obviously Blast, that everyone in the chat will 999% follow. Like, how do you feel about that? Maybe 23 can answer as well. Like, do you feel in full form to take out these big teams, or how do you feel about the upcoming tournament?
I just feel like I just want to do better than we did in qualifiers,
Mhm.
and I just want to keep like progressing, even if it's not obviously. Like I just want to keep progress our team
Mhm.
a bit by a bit until we reach the peak time in the right time.
Mhm.
That's what I thought in TI and Riyadh.
Okay, but it's very healthy as well, because you guys are able to distance the losses from actually improving, right? Because some players and some teams, it's kind of difficult, right? Like if you're, let's say the qualifiers, like I believe you guys improved quite a lot. You did very nicely as well.
Yeah, but personally, I'm still a bit sad with the loss because we always lose before the qualification.
The last
Yeah.
step.
Yeah, the last step. And but the happy thing is, I think we did beat a good team in the
Mhm.
progress, so it's not that bad after
Two
all.
teams, right, as well.
Yeah, so just need to play consistently against every team.
Yeah.
A really known team and a team that we don't really know much.
Well, I know that this guy is also maybe a little bit sad about that loss, because I don't think you guys should be, but I know that he broke his own deadlift record the same day or the day after.
Sometimes you need to be depressed for a goal.
Yeah,
you know?
it's mad gym rage right there. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us in this chat. I'm gonna keep you for a little while longer, just a couple of extra minutes. We do have some questions that are posted in the Discord. OG Flower Shop,
Flower Shop
Flower House, right? That's the one. So first and foremost, this one I already asked, but you can answer it again, 23. It's from X-Ray, and she asks, how did 23 Savage get into OG? How well is he fitting into the team? How well are you fitting into the team?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's
Yeah, I think it's good.
It's all
I
good.
think it's good.
At first, it was quite difficult because I'm always been in a C team, and C culture is kind of different. It's kind of introvert.
Yeah.
Like in my previous team, people are just chilling on their desk, and there's not much interactions.
So when somebody fucks up in the game, how do you move on from there? Or if someone has a problem with someone's playstyle, you got two people are not playing well together. How do you fix?
At first, you're gonna be like quiet, and then until
yeah.
things are going to hell, and then you start talking.
Yeah.
Then you start talking.
That's kind of a bit of like Asian cultures for me personally, because we grown up like don't say things until it's like you cannot take it anymore.
Yeah, bottle it up inside, but
Yeah, it's like we are bad at speaking.
yeah, it's Balkans too, bro. I feel you. But
Yeah.
Related to this question that I just asked you, how did OG reach out to you? Who was the first one that you messaged? It's the same question. Did they reach out to you over Facebook, or was it maybe MSN? What was the method of
MSN.
communication?
MySpace.
MySpace, yeah.
LinkedIn.
The first time
Looking for a job.
LinkedIn. The first time that OG reached to me was after TI10.
Uh-huh.
I think Sokshka messaged me that they're gonna make a team of a new player, at first I was really excited to join because I thought it's like Thompson and I'm gonna replace Anna. And I'm like,
Scam.
shit, I'm gonna replace Anna. And then I know that it's a new roster, and then I just thought at that moment that T1 was still a better team, or because we did pretty well in TI10.
Mhm.
Like we both got top 8, same place as OG. So I declined them back then, and after that it was around Bedboom Dacha. Seb messaged me, and I mean I was quite surprised back then too. Like, okay, it's like your idol message you, and I'm trying not to be fanboy, but I can't separate.
Yeah.
I have like another version that I'm like his fan, so try to keep myself contained. You know?
Yeah.
Trying to keep it chill.
That's so cute.
yeah. And then Seb just talked to me, and he said he liked the way I played, the way I thought. But I was in contract with Aurora, and I just tell him that after my contract is finished.
No, but can I have the autograph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just told him I will join after my contract.
Yeah, well, I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy that your Facebook dreams did come true a little bit later, like through the years. But it's nice to see like everyone's, like TI wins, joining OG. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future? But I want to thank you as well, Nine, for joining us. Like, yeah, you can go back, play some pubs. We have some extra Discord questions that we're gonna discuss, but that's mostly for you and for you too. So I don't want to take your time any longer, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Keep it up.
Go win some double downs, guys.
Go win trade, guys.
Yeah, I can trade. I can trade later. Win trade.
Just yeah. The win trading and double downs, man. Like it's a rough place to be out there. But we have some.
That
extra
is stupid that you can buy it. I wasn't even aware that you cannot buy them.
You can still buy it perma.
So it's €7
It's
euro
like
for
$7.49 for 20 double downs.
20 double downs.
So if you have like a 40% win rate, but you kind of know when to double down because you last pick some whatever.
Well, how's the MMR now? Is it still you're drafting your teammates and then
Yes.
you're
Draft
either
your-
minus 15 or plus 40 or like
you draft your players.
so this is
basically to
this
captains, yeah.
this is the meta. You have a friend in an opposing team, and you draft all the lowest MMR guys, and he drafts all the highest MMR
guys, and the low team they
then-
double down,
and
the
then
high
the lower
team
double
throws.
down, and then there's some dude just randomly feeding mid or something like that,
Yeah.
So that's happening. But yeah, I have more questions here from your Discord channel. The most important one for No-Tail, because of me and KheZu, I think. I hope it's a negative answer. It's from Viola, by the way. Will Johan continue his career as a caster? Because I really liked when he did cast some time ago.
I did like your cast. I think they're
It was
hilarious.
good.
They're biased as hell because when OG is playing like, we need to go back, we should be doing this. I think that's hilarious.
I don't know what people expected. I'm going to cast
mean,
the OG
obviously,
game.
yeah,
Like, what
that's
the
hilarious.
fuck? How the fuck were people
Yeah.
surprised by that, No, I mean, I enjoyed casting. I think I didn't find someone of my caliber to do the play-by-play. I'm just kidding.
Should
would-
be you and Seb.
It would have been nice to, because I basically watch every game, Like, I wouldn't mind having the routine of watching some Dota with someone and doing some casting, so I'll take it into account. I mean, I'm sure as hell I can do better than some of the, underwater microphones that I hear on some of the qualifiers nowadays,
Yeah.
like, it's crazy, man. Like,
I feel exposed.
oh,
But-
maybe
I think
you were one of them.
you're
Maybe you were
fine.
one of them.
You're fine.
I have seen people with like the
The
2013 iPhone in-ears, like, so
uh,
I might do some more. Let's see.
yeah. But I know you're not playing way too much. You want to go back into Dota. and
I'll play this week for the first time in 2 years.
So there's this Discord question from Lizard Dota 2. Have you played Kez? What do you think about the hero?
No, dude, guess it's a bird, yeah?
Yeah, Bird Samurai.
I just saw the clown in the game for the first time last week too.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a clown as well.
Ringmaster?
Ringmaster, yeah. So I saw the bird has some stances or some modes.
Yeah, he has like 8 spells
The
or
hero
something.
honestly looks really cool.
Do you know you remember Master of Arms?
Yeah, I do. He had like 2 stances.
Yeah,
like
yeah, he had
aggro,
stances.
defense.
Yeah, do you remember like yeah? So you had like 6 spells, I guess.
Yeah, he had like the defensive shield, I think, and like the aggro ult that like
Yeah.
made things whatever.
And
yeah.
every spell would change depending on the mode. So is this similar stuff or what? How does it? How
I
does
think
it
so.
actually
So
work?
I haven't played the hero yet, but I've looked
Ah.
at it, and he has like a bunch of different spells. I don't know if it's like Invoker. I don't know if you've played it or whatever, like 9 or 12 spells. So depending on your stance, you have like different stuff. But
But
I
you
mean,
you
it's really
you,
cool.
you remember Master of Arms? You played Han.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't
I played
play
Dota only, yeah.
L.
But
Big L.
Big L.
I played Warcraft 3 and then Dota. That's it. But KheZ is really cool for me. Like I really
Okay.
like the hero, but I look at KheZ, which has like 2 stances, bazillion spells and stuff,
Yeah.
and then I look at Wraith King next to him. Are we like?
I mean, Wraith King's a shit hero.
Are we supposed to just switch everything up or?
Can you still all the skeletons still do the taunt when you taunt?
No, I don't think so.
No, because
I
they was
think
you
they're
remember.
always- they're just
Yeah,
do
now they're
whatever they
just
do.
doing the camp to camp, but there used
Yeah.
to be the time when the skeletons would do the taunt.
I don't
I
even
think
remember this.
Ever since they changed that, the hero
King
was
dead.
just shit. Yeah, because you used to be able to like dance all the way in with
Yeah.
like 8 of them, you know. Now there's no intimidation factor.
Yeah, yeah. But do you think that this is the way Dota should be progressing? Like, should we get because the Ringmaster was kind of, it still had some extra things, right, that they're adding to the game.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that
I-
at some point we're gonna have an inventory opened up, and you're gonna put a necklace there and a ring there, you know, like all the inventory slots and a bazillion spells.
I wouldn't mind if, because I know they hired a bunch of guys at
Mhm.
Valve now from Risk of Rain. I think they gutted the game developing crew there. I don't know how it works, but they hired a lot of game developers. I think with the intent for to actually enjoy the what was it called? Increase the enjoyment
Mhm.
experience of their main titles, which Counter-Strike, Dota, and probably Deadlock. I've been seeing more frequent patches, I think, in all their games
Mhm.
since the last couple of months since I read those news. I personally wouldn't mind if Dota kept changing dramatically.
Yeah.
I would like some big dramatic changes. One thing I mean, I'm not the game developer. I don't think I should be. But one thing I do miss from olden times is the occasional slower start to games where, again, like in China Dota, you play for the mid to late game. I like the ability for the early game to not be as fast as it is right now. Because Dota is still, I don't know, people are probably usually living in blissful ignorance to how slow it used to be, because it also used to be like dreadfully slow sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you had to run back to base, you had the one courier, lots of things slowing it down. But I don't hope that it keeps getting more and more accelerated. Because I feel like at this point it's like a super ADHD game, and the first minutes can
I
matter.
mean, it's like everything. You have like bounty runes, water runes, this, and there's
Yes.
wisdom at 7.
the first 7 minutes, 4 minutes, or like 10 minutes is a crazy activity that sets
Yeah.
up like a crazy spiral
Too many
effects.
objectives, right? Like that you have to worry about.
Yeah,
It's just
so-
a lot of spiral effects and few things that stop the spiral effects usually.
Yeah, my counter argument most of the time would be like, if you're changing a lot of things,
Mhm.
there's a lot of us that grew up in a certain way, and you're kind of taking that game
Yeah.
away from us. You're giving us something else, I guess.
But that's
as
why
well.
I'm saying like just change it dramatically, like
Mhm.
make the game look completely different, and I think people will continue to enjoy it, as long as you're doing a good job, I guess.
I mean, they usually do that anyway. Like, I think now with like the bigger map and like more
Yeah,
camps and like
Feels super
whatever,
different.
like I think they do that. I wish that sometimes maybe they would go back on some of the things they did. I mean, at some point we had shrines,
Yep.
which was obviously like some of the biggest garbage we ever had, where you can heal everywhere on the entire map. Like, I think right now the map is bigger and it's good to maybe have changed the game. But honestly, there's so many camps on the map that everyone and their mom can go somewhere and keep farming.
Yep.
Like at some point, I mean, if you play against a bad team,
you can
get a lot
hide
of
somewhere.
space,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, I personally think there's a little bit too much, and stacking is like also really strong with like what you can do. Like, I wish that all the things you can do, that it has good and easy counterplays.
Yep.
Like, I think stacks, if you do them, you kill them so fast. It's honest. You need to be really on the ball as like the enemy team to like go counterplay it, because they're so easy to kill that you don't really lose much HP. It doesn't really take much time. But yeah, I think Dota will keep going in a way where there's gonna be new shit, and you better adapt or you die.
Yeah.
I think it will keep being like this.
I know that there is a Blast Slam 1 happening just around the corner. It's group stage is November 26th, if I remember correctly.
Should
You
be
guys
correct,
are
yeah.
playing that. Besides Blast, which is a very big tournament for you that's coming, I wonder, there's a Discord question as well, besides from Parish Cooper, also on the OG Flower
Is real
House.
Parish Cooper?
Real
the
Cooper.
real the real one. and he's in the OG Flower House Discord. You guys should join as well if you want to be a part of these questions next time we're doing MBS show. So the question is, to get to it, is for you two, which are your favorite tournaments? And for you, TI8 and TR9 are not an option, like besides those two.
It's a commonly asked question. My answer, I think, remains the same as Manila Major.
It's like tournaments of all time.
I guess, right?
Personal.
Personal.
Yeah. Or of all time as well. You can go with
I mean,
that.
I think Golden Age. I mean, he can't answer, but I think TI8, TI9 was like kind of Golden Age of Dota. I think not just like, sure, people care about the money, but like biggest prize pool, whatever. I think it's some of the best Dota that was played. It had some of like the most hype games ever. You know, like Topson coming in, like this underdog team, whatever, just like rinsing everyone and showing that you can do what you think is really good and like enable it and make it work. Like there was some true magic to it. But for me, my personal tournaments were like beyond the summit.
Yeah.
Like it's just
those
like,
were chill.
I mean, it's pretty similar to I think what you have here. It's like you just chill, you hang out. Yeah, like you're still serious, but like you just hang out and like
I didn't pitch this to Notel yet, but this for me looks like a perfect setup for maybe some sort of a BTS
he doesn't seem too excited.
Revival.
No, it's been in the what's it called? It's been in disguise for a long time. I would like to one day. I mean, I've said it before. I would love to one day bring Beyond the Summit back. That style of entertainment, tournaments, and story building, I think, is really good for people to also have a different environment to cast and be themselves. Because usually you don't invite players to cast games and get their normal filter.
Yeah.
Like they would when they
It's
banter.
way more chill, right? There's so much.
Yeah,
banter.
because when you're going on the panel at TI and you're the whole stadium, you're not saying "fuck this dog," you know, like you're not saying this. But in here, you can hear and see something else that a person, how he
I
cares.
feel like it's more relatable as well for an average viewer, right?
Obviously,
like we're just chilling here. It's nothing, you know.
Some tournaments are going to be more professional, but I like the house vibe. It's professional, but it's much less about less your own filter, right?
Yeah. I love the house vibe as well here in the Sunflower House. I want to thank you too for. Well, I don't want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for having me join you guys once again.
Yeah, thank him more.
And I want to thank the viewers for watching. Of course, if you guys want to find this merch somewhere, you can go to shop.ogs.gg. Make sure to check it out. Check it out. There's a lot of really nice kits there that you can buy to support OG. And I want to thank you once again for watching. That's going to be it from this episode of OG Monkey Business Show.
See you again next week, maybe.
Every day.
It's every week, right? Yeah, it's been every week.
It's every day.
It's been every week. It's always every week.